Hey everybody, it's FTLAK, and this is Diplomacy is Not an Option by Shareware. I got a free copy of this game. It's a fantastic game. I would still buy it. It's definitely a fun one that I have been able to play, and I've been playing for a while now, but I wanted to show you because they added some new stuff, mainly this map editor, but let's go through the game. So I think you've got a video already in my history here showing the campaign. Campaign's fantastic. I've obviously gotten a little bit farther. It's really kind of cool because you have options, and if you decide to ally with somebody, you'll go one way. If you decide to ally with somebody else, you'd go the other way. I think in all, you still go through and get to see the majority of the map. I believe halfway through. I'm not 100% sure. You can tell me in the comments below, but I definitely have been having a lot of fun. It is not easy. This is actually like somewhat of a harder game for me, which is kind of nice. They do have challenges. So they've got the challenge itself. So this is piece of cake. There's 3 challenges within it. And then on each challenge, there's actually different difficulty settings. So if we were going to do good with popcorn and beer, you've got a walk in the park as a difficulty, challenge accepted as a difficulty, or ultra hardcore as a difficulty. Obviously it's going to make it harder as you go, but it tells you like your attacking waves, the size of the map, the troops that you're going to be attacking, and like what you have to do. They have quite a few missions. I think it said there was like 28 or 30 something, but they're a lot of fun. Everything from like just protecting one structure to not letting them into your structure to killing off one person, keeping one person alive. Hours and hours of gameplay. You've also got sandbox mode, which I actually really like. It's nice to just kind of go through and play I don't know. All the games that I play seem to have a sandbox mode, and I seem to tend towards them because I can play again and again, and it's a different experience each time with a different map, and it's just fun. So you can separate by size, you can separate by what faction you want to fight, and the density. You can change your game conditions. So game conditions itself. So the last one that I changed, let's see, I had 30 out of 45 citizens to start with. I had food, I had wood, stone, iron, gold, soul crystals. You can select the troops that you want. So here, let's delete, and you can select everything from the factions that you have unlocked to the lord, like your lord's troopers, and you can add the selecting, you can add all, which is really kind of cool. So like what you start with, like on most levels, and then your resources. So you can have your berry bushes, your fish schools, your trees, stone, iron, stone and iron, or fields. Those are the infinite source, and then the source of the soul crystals. And then the cheats, you can turn off cheats or you can enable cheats. And the cheats are no fog of war, instant build, instant troop hire, build and hire for free, no requirements for construction, unlimited spells, manually add resources, no famine, no disease, and then research completed at the start. So I can be done with tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3, which is actually really kind of neat. That's a cool feature for me. I really like being able to start and kind of check out some of the later game stuff. It's just basically turning on creative mode in most games. But the new part that I wanted to go over, you've got the tutorial as well, which I'd recommend going through, but it's the map editor. So I've already created a map. We're gonna actually add a map. We're gonna create a new map today. Let's go FTLAK. Map title. So the creator was me. This is Alaska after dark. You're probably watching this during the day, but hey. Map description. Let me tell you something about my map. It's small, but mighty. Cool. And then your core settings. So player's faction. Obviously, I only have the one unlocked, but the size of the map, you can go to 304 by 304. I actually want to do a smaller one, so let's do a 96 by 96. And then the environment. So you can go through, let's actually just, I'll read through them. So we've got meadows, we've got a valley, we've got a forest, we've got shores, we've got hills, another forest, the highlands, the wilds, wastelands, wastelands 2, wastelands 3, and then the rusted wastelands, which is 4. I actually really like the way that the trees look in the Uncharted wilds. I just think those are fun. And then the scared forest also, but let's go wilds. Let's create. Super fast to load, which is fantastic. If you've ever played a lot of like map generating games, sometimes it can take a really, really long time. So this is my world. I hate it. So you can regen right here and regen again, regen again. I really like that you can kind of zoom out. This is that smaller world. On some of the larger ones, you really have to like kind of put it at an angle to find what you would like. Hey, you know what? I actually like the way that looks. I like all of these resources right here. Looks good to me. Nice. Got tons of fish down here. Cool. So now let's go through some of the settings. So up here at the top, you can change the amount of troops that you start with. So, oh, I have it set to 0. Oh, because I have to set some zones. So let's do that. So if you wanted to change more of your map generation stuff, you can do that here. So this is the seed that I currently have. The octaves, your scale, I mean, you can do everything from add more water, add more ore, add more rocks. Let's do that. Let's add some more. You can minimum mountain threshold. Let's make that a little higher. High mountains. There we go. I just updated. Yeah, that looks nice. Kind of like this. And I like, got a couple of nice strongholds that I could do. Some resources. So you can add more rifts, more iron veins. So let's add a couple more of those. We can add more berry bush density. We can add more fish schools. What else do we want to add? Let's do another couple of these. I think that looks good. Let's refresh. How's that look? Yeah, I think he likes it. All right, enemy camp placements. So if you actually wanted to place enemy camps, placing enemy camps. Enemy camps will appear in the generated areas after the map starts. So if I want to make it farther, I kind of want my base to be starting right here. So I'm okay with maybe having them on the tail end. Yeah. That looks good. Be in a little bit more. Okay. You can add more. So I'll show you the difference here. So we've got this first one. So let's add some troops. Let's add some rebel camps and a couple of rebel squads. Add selected. So now this second one, which, can you see? There it is. This second, you can just basically add different layers upon layers upon layers. Let's actually change that. Might be easier to see. Thought you could change the color. So let's add, let's see, rebel controlled town, armies, settlement. Let's add one, maybe one town. And then within here, you can actually add the numbers as well. So let's go 5 and let's add 10. Cool. So enemy camps have been placed. We're gonna go down. So buildings. Oh, I have to place the zone first. So let's go to landscape, building eraser. So placing a zone with no camps, no mountains. Let's put it right here. Go over a little bit more. And now, there you go. And I can make that zone bigger if I wanted to. With making that zone bigger, it just allows you to place more buildings. Like I can actually place a handful of buildings to start. So if I wanted to add a hospital, I can. If I wanted to add maybe a tier 2 graveyard, because I know I'm going to die a whole bunch, I can. If you wanted to add some of the other things like a university, I can't place it here. You have to have more room, but really kind of cool. You can place everything. So if you wanted to place some towers, set this world up to be what you want it to be from the get-go, which is kind of cool. So let's place a couple of berry guys so that we have some food to start off with. So now we go back to the castle, and from the castle, you can actually decide, you know what, I want to start, let's start with a healthy 75. So we're going to start with 75 food, and then resources, you can start with up to 400. So you know what, let's start with, what do you think, 150, 150, and 100. Okay, so we're going to be maxed out there, but that's okay. I can add in some ranged troops. So if I wanted to add those into the start, so 36, let's actually go 30. Oh, can I not place? I thought I could place another. It's all right. We'll make some people for that right after. I feel good with that. That's not a bad little start. You can show your grid if you wanted to see your grid view. You've got map buffer area. So this is the area that you can't build in. It's on every map, but it's really good for you to then put like vehicles and spawn people in that buffer area so that you know that they're coming towards you, but you got some time. Let's see. Camera position. Let's start it right there. Mission objectives. So we can add some mission objectives. So we can have protect targets, repel all enemy attacks, kill all enemies in the area, destroy all enemies in buildings, and destroy targets. So let's repel all attacks. Let's kill all the enemies in the area and destroy all the buildings. We'll add those. So we have 3 missions. And then back to our building. So this is show the zones and landscapes. Let's turn off. There we go. Turn off our missions. Let's show our zones again. So we've got our little zone. So if we wanted to like cancel anything, add more trees, things like that. So this is to wood free zone. So you can see it just got rid of the wood. So let's get rid of the wood around our base. Okay. Let's get rid of the berry bushes. Let's not get rid of berry bushes. If you wanted to get rid of mountains, if you wanted to move some stuff, you can. So let's actually move this. There we go. It's a little bit better. You know what? What happens if we do that here? Oh, nice. Kind of locked it in a little. Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. But loads and loads of capabilities here. So going through, we went through kind of these guys. On the bottom here, you've got your brush type. So how you actually want to interact. I had it on the bigger one. And then you've got your zones. So placing zones with no camps, placing zones with no mountains or water, wood free zone, berry free zone, and then zone eraser. So if you want to erase the zone, you can. Let's erase that. There we go. Erase that. Now that we've cleaned this up, I think we're good. Can I erase? I don't think. Oh, yeah, you can't erase the border, which makes sense. And then landscapes. So water, plains, mountains, high mountains, forest, thick forest, berry bushes, and landscape eraser. And then you've got your like objective erasers. So if you want to erase buildings, if you want to erase enemies, troops, or like the universal eraser, you can right here. Can't do anything with the hospital because it's just healing. We've still got all our resources. We're going to start with 2 guys, which is great. And I think we're good. So let's see. Let's get our attacks now. So I clicked this main settings down here at the bottom so we can do our attacking waves. So let's add our first attack wave. They're going to attack on day 5. Number of attacking spawns. Let's see. You know, let's just add some rebels. Add selected. And let's do 3 of each. Okay. Feel good with that. Attacking direction. I'm going to keep it random. You can actually have it come from north, south, east, west. I'm going to keep it at random. I think that's kind of a good way. Just kind of gets you going. Set the final attack on repeat if you want to just continue adding. So on day 6, let's have another wave attack. Let's actually get rid of these. Let's make it a little harder. So let's add the next set. And you can go through and add. So if I wanted to add knights, if I wanted to add some of the undead, or anybody. I mean, I can add just a harmless little bunny who has a ton of attack and will destroy me. We're not going to do that. Maybe as a good end piece. So let's just add this second wave. Let's add selected. Let's add 3 of each again. Cool. All right. So the next thing, we can go to messages. So on day 4, you can have a message come from a different character. You can name the character. Death. What's the message? On day 4, you're going to die. What do you want them to talk about? Let's add another one on day 5 because we have 2 different bosses coming. But you know what? Let's have somebody else say it. This, I mean, you can put this in. This is just really fun. On the actual game, typically like a day or 2 before you get attacked, you get a nice little message, or after you survive the attack, it says, oh, you know, better luck next time. Too bad that wasn't all my forces. You know, like it's fun banter. It's a nice way to just know. And you can have it come during the day, at night. Let's go to the gameplay settings. So troops for hire, this is similar to what I was just showing you at the beginning. So list of buildings that I want to appear. I can turn off buildings if I don't want, if I want to challenge myself and hey, no tier 3 stuff, you can turn it off. If you wanted to make it easier or harder. So pressing the left mouse button on a troop type icon makes it unavailable during the game. So I don't want to make these available. I don't want to make these guys available. You can do that. You can then have your modifications. So no spell buttons, no trade buttons, no open or close gate buttons, no research, no famine. You can decide what you want. I'm going to keep it just how it is. We're going to go finalize and publish. Right now, I'm going to have it sit to hidden. You can actually have it unlisted, friends only, or public. What this is for, you can actually go and download some from people from Steam, which is fantastic. It's just like a mod. So if you wanted to check out other people's maps and the chaos that they have done, you should do that. So let's go apply and continue. I actually feel good. These are our objectives. Oops, errors here. Invalid, kill all enemies. Objectives, there are no, oh, I didn't put, I didn't put any enemies out. So let's put, who do I want to put out? Let's go 2, 2, 2, 2. And now when I hit enable spawn tool, oh, okay. Some troops not up here. Oh, are they outside of, I have to put the zone. No, those are going to spawn. Hold on. Enable spawn tool. Some troops / enemies will not appear on the map if they're outside the spawn placing zones. So, troop eraser. I thought I had the enemy zone. Yeah, I have one there. What am I missing? You can turn Falcon War on and off, which is kind of nice. I don't mind having it just on. So this is the spawn tool for me. So I know I'm going to want 6 of those. Did I do that right? There we go. And now can I place the enemies? I think that's what I was missing. Yep. Okay. So now we got some troops over here. You just have to give them the correct zone to like be able to go in, which is this one, placing zones. So let's put some there. Let's put some over here. Okay. And you know what? Let's just do the same. Hopefully they don't all attack at once. Let's add a catapult. Okay. Invalid. Destroy enemy buildings, objectives. No non-wall enemy buildings on the map. Did I not put... My bad. Wait a minute. Where are the... Oh. Oh, right here. Sorry. So in your buildings tab, you have your enemies tab. And now I have to get their camps. So let's put camp here. Put camp here. Put one in each one of the little zones. Put a tower. And there you go. We can have a couple. Cool. There's a lot of buttons. And start. All right, some troops or enemies are placed outside of the zone. Their position conflict with other objectives. That's okay. Really? Some of their troops and enemies are placed outside zones. Oh, hold on. This large zone that I did, I just realized, is outside. This one probably needs to be in a little bit more. I probably shouldn't have made my map so small. Some buildings are placed outside placing zones. Is that the buildings that I had? Some troops or enemies are placed outside of placing zones. Which troops? They're good. They're good. They're good. Some troops or enemies are placed outside of placing zones. There, let's just erase all the troops really quick. See if it was them. Okay, invalid kill. Okay, so it was, I had enemies stacked somewhere on top of enemies that wasn't working. That's good, guys. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, so I have to repulse the 2 enemy attacks, kill all the enemies in the area, and destroy all their buildings. Let's click OK. We are loaded up. Pause. Let's get these healers in there. Let's immediately build some houses. Just realized, oh, I am 6 people over. Oh no. All right, let's empty. I have too many people. All right, so let's go kill a couple of guys. That was totally my fault. I spawned in too many. But we had troops within the zone spots that we had talked about, so that's perfect. I'm still over. Nice. Okay.
Our troops are under attack.
Troops are under attack, but I'm going to have 5 people tomorrow, so let's fast forward. We can just have them run around. Ooh, that's a nice sized town. Ooh, wow, yeah. Nope, they're dead. Okay. So we're going to have 9 people show up tomorrow, which is fine. Let's get some houses going. Let's get our builder. Gotta wait until the next day. But really kind of cool. Oh, that's Fog of War stays on. Nice. Okay, let's continue building. Actually, I want to build the builder's house, and then I'm going to build some other stuff. We can start collecting some resources, go fishing. There we go. All right, build the builder's house. Let's build a log. Build it right here. We'll build one on this side.
Search complete.
Start collecting some wood. We can build one over here too. We've got food coming in, so we're not doing too bad there. Research was complete. Let's collect our dead bodies, even though we're not going to get to those probably in time. Make that big. Let's make that bigger. Yeah. He's going to run over there. He's not going to be able to collect them all, which is okay. Let's build a couple of towers.
Research complete.
That'll open up the map some for us. Get some stones going. And obviously, I'm playing the game in like fast forward, which I do not recommend. But, all right, let's build. Oh, where are they attacking? Oh, he's right there. Okay. So we need to get... Let's see if we can just build another one. Expand the zone out, but we need protection over there. So let's build a small little tower. Let's have some archers go there. Oh.
Enemy forces are approaching.
Ooh, crud. You're gonna die.
The city is under attack.
Okay. Well, good thing we didn't have a lot come and attack us. They're just destroying that, so let's just get them ready. Nice. You can kind of zoom in. Nice. Got them. I think we're all clear everywhere else. We're going to have more troops coming from over here in just a little bit. So let's see. Let's go pause. Put those up. Put another tower. And then, let's see. Do we have enough wood? Yeah, we might have wood. Yeah. Get some walls. I don't think we're going to have enough time. It's 8 seconds. So we're going to exit and get all these troops over there. Let's fast forward. We'll at least be able to fill a tower. Final assault. Oh. Oh, crud. They're coming from all. Oh, no. Oh, no. Final assault means everybody comes. Oh no, we're gonna lose. That's all right. I forgot. Final assault, everybody on the map that hasn't been killed is then coming towards your tower. So should have probably set that up for later on. Let's see how well we do.
The people are hungry, my lord. Shall we feed them?
Huh. I don't know why they're stuck, but it's kind of interesting. Found a glitch in the matrix, but that's okay. Not here. Let's... Oh no, that was it. Can I build anything? Nope. So we have lost. We're also out of food. But really kind of cool. So let's quit to the main menu. Let's click OK. So now that's in your map editor. It's actually right here. So if you wanted to go through and say, hey, you know what? I need to make that bigger. You can go back in and you can make changes. You know, I need to make more walls. Day 5 is too quick. So let's actually change this to day 10. Let's say day 50. That gives me time to run around the map. You know, apply and continue. You can change the structures again. We had everybody kind of spawning on that outside edge, which seemed to work pretty well. I feel like all our starting resources and stuff was good. You can start with more crystals if you wanted to start with coins. Let's actually start with 50. That probably would have been a little bit better. Let's start with 30 workers. Let's hit start. Same objectives, just different days. I didn't change the notes, so the notes are going to come up a little too early, which will be kind of funny. Can immediately, oh, I already spent, oh, let's hit cancel. Just realized, oh, I should have done that. Should have changed the amount of these guys. So we're just going to go over and sacrifice a couple of our buddies. Sorry, guys. And by a couple, I mean like most of them, it looks like. Oh, or all of them. That's fine. Let's get our healers in there. Gonna have to wait for the next day. But again, slight modifications, slight changes, and you can just keep going. It's really kind of cool. I like it just for the sole fact that I need practice knowing like which troops go best against which other troop type. So it gives me the ability to like kind of play with that and check that. There are other ways that you can do that. You can actually spawn in troops into the map. Now, if you're playing other game modes like Sandbox, so you can also do it that way. But if you want to create your own map, this makes it a lot more fun. So let's go back to the main menu. So yeah, it's kind of what I wanted to show you. It is a fantastic new way to play. Let's actually see. Let me pop it up on Steam. Pop this over. So now, if you actually go to the workshop and you're in the workshop, got the map editor, and then you've got other people's maps. So this one's Hold Your Ground. Doesn't look like anybody's played. Let's see. So it looks like they've just set up a wall and you have to hold your ground, and probably gonna have multiple waves coming through here. So you have 30 days to prep, and after every 10 days, a mass of 80 giant waves of different enemies will attack you. I don't know if it's possible to beat or not, lol. And then people are commenting on it. So it's kind of neat. This is a really cool addition to the game. I love games that allow you to go through and kind of like build. I love map editors. It's just a fun addition to a game to me. So yeah, if this is something you're interested in, definitely check out the game. Let's see, currently on Steam, the game is, it's currently on sale. It's $13.49 right now from $29.99, but still, 30 bucks for this game is fantastic. That deal ends May 26, 2025. Definitely worth checking out. That's US prices. Sorry for all my friends that are everywhere else. Yeah, but check it out. I'll have a link in the description below. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. All right, everybody, have a good one. Bye. Don't forget, like, follow, subscribe. Helps me, helps you. It's a win-win. All right, bye, everybody.